Hi, I'm Mark, and this is Subliteral Network. I make art and comics, and thanks for watching. Remember to hit like and subscribe, and to leave your feedback in the comments. Now, I post art daily, 5 days a week on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, and this is a roundup of some of that work in case you missed it, with a little more detailed description added. You can read my Una the Cavebunny comics free at radiocomics.com, and my one-shot comic called Searchers is available at burningstarcomics.net. Visit my Patreon page if you'd like to support my work. There's a growing gallery of art and comics to see and enjoy. All these links are in my description and bio, so please watch till the end so you don't miss anything. I posted this crop from some Batman sample pages that I had drawn when I was seriously considering taking my work up to DC Comics. So it's Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy kind of reacting to Batman's unexpected presence. And I have always loved the Bruce Timm animated series Harley Quinn because she was like crazy and unpredictable. She would sit there sometimes and just like be crying or something, and suddenly she would jump up like this with a knife and try to kill Batman. She would go from quiet to kill instantly, and I love that about the character. Now this is the whole page, which was penciled at 11 by 17, and Batman is funny because he's hard to draw and easy to draw at the same time, but if you don't get him right, I don't know, it doesn't quite look right. And I was going for some kind of cross between the comic book version of him, which is kind of gritty and a lot more detailed, and the animated version, which is a lot more streamlined. Because my work tends to be sort of cartoony, I have a hard time dialing it back, pulling it all the way back to a really serious depiction of anything, really. It's a little hard for me to do. So Batman might not have been a great choice for me to draw comic pages of. One thing that happens often to a lot of the characters I draw is that over time, over repeated drawings, they get a little dull looking. So what I did as a remedy was to just take my sketchbook and draw the character in outrageous, sort of insane, exaggerated poses to try to just breathe some life back into the character. So I did this with Patch. She was named because she has a patch over one eye, but you can see in the drawing she doesn't have that patch. And I've been going back and forth on that for years. But this was when I did try to exaggerate the character in an exaggerated action pose. And I really do like the life that gets added back in, just sort of an excitement to the line work, kind of perspective going in, and just lines going everywhere, but radiating kind of out of a central core. I liked it so much, I kind of finished it off as a kind of a halfway penciled, more detailed sketch and made a PC wallpaper out of it that I use. I posted a page from my Una the Cavebunny story, Athor the Mighty. So I did the original art by itself. I drew it, inked it, scanned it in, put it in Procreate, and colored it completely before I did my lettering, which I still do actually most of my lettering by hand like I used to. So I did it on separate sheets, scanned it in, and combined it with the finished art in Photoshop. I favor drawing big panels like this. A lot of comics have, just like the 9-panel grid, the 6-panel grid, the 4-panel, just sort of dividing the page up into smaller and tinier panels with more and more dialogue and captions. I have never really liked that. If I want to read a book, I'll read a book. If there's a lot of text over it and the art is dull, maybe it's because I draw the comics myself. It is just incredibly tedious to be drawing little tiny panels of people sitting there saying reams and reams of dialogue. So to keep a comic book looking exciting and to keep my own interest, sort of in it, I like the big panels and sort of the larger, broader graphic look. People have observed that that's one of the hallmarks of manga, which I think when the Japanese do it, they have different purposes, sort of. They're telling serialized stories, and they're using big panels, big pages to control the pacing, and also because these guys are under deadlines to produce, let's say, large numbers of pages per week, so big panels help to speed up the work. But large panels also help to, I think, add graphic interest. You don't want to have to take a magnifying glass and kind of read your comics. You open it and you're just immediately absorbed into it. These big panels kind of take you in easily, rather than going into the chore of poring over a book filled with tiny panels. Thanks for watching. Thanks to my subscribers, and a special welcome to my new subscribers. I'm happy and appreciate that you enjoy hearing about my work, and I hope you can come back for more. Remember, joining me on Patreon helps me create the content you enjoy.